Have a good day. My name is Diano, the presenter of group number 12, Go language. Golang is statically typed programming language, meaning that each variable has a type. Go has several built-in types. Data types. Boolean. Boolean data types is a bool in has two possible value, true or false. Iyang default value ay false. String. String is a read-only slice of bytes in Golang. String can be initialized in two ways, using double quotes or using back quotes. Integer. Integer, they have a signed and unsigned. Signed integers, there are 5 types. There are int, int8, int16, int32, int64. Ag sa int, iyang size ay platform dependent. Sa int8, iyang size 8 bits and 1 byte. Sa int16, iyang size 16 bits and 2 bytes. Sa int32, iyang size 32 bits and 4 bytes. Sa int64, iyang size 64 bit and 8 bytes. Mean sa size is a platform dependent. They are on 32 bits machine, the size of an int will be 32 bits or 4 bytes. On 64-bit machine, the size of an integer will be 64 bit or 8 bytes. Next is the unsigned. Unsigned. Same gapman sila sa integer, they have 5 types. Ang iyang types is unsigned int, unsigned int8, unsigned int16, unsigned int32, unsigned int64. Ag size sa unsigned integer platform dependent, sa unsigned int8, 8 bits and 1 byte. Sa unsigned int16, 16 bits, 2 byte. Sa unsigned int32, 32 bits and 4 bytes. Sa unsigned int64, iyang size 64 bit in 8 byte. Sa iyang size platform dependent. So means on 32-bit machine, the size of an int will be 32 bits or 4 bytes. On 64-bit machine, the size of an int will 64 bits or 8 bytes. Byte. Byte in Go is an alias for unsigned int8, meaning it's an integer value. The integer value is of 8 bits and it represents 1 byte. Number between 0 to 255. A single byte therefore can represent ASC2 characters. Golang does not have any data type of char therefore. Byte is used to represent ASC2 character. Rune is used to represent all Unicode characters, which include every character that exists. We'll study about rune later this. Rune. Rune is a Go alias in 32 meaning integer value. The value is meant to represent Unicode point. To understand rune, you have to know what Unicode is. By the way, the Unicode is superset of ASU2 character which assign unique number to every character that exists. Floats. Floats are numbered what decimal. It is a 2 types. There are 2 types of float. Float 32, iyang size is 32 bit or 4 bytes. Another type, float 64, iyang size is 64 bit in 8 bytes. Ang meaning sa float 64 is a default float type. When you initialize a variable with a decimal value and don't specify the float type, the default type interferes with the float 64. Float 32 uses single precision floating point format to store values. Basically, it is the set of all IEEE 745 32-bit floating point number. Complex numbers. Complex number, there are 2 types. First type, complex 64. Ang iyang property is both real and imaginary part are float 32. Bali, related lang sila sa float, related. That another type is complex 168. The property is both real and imaginary part are float 64. Related lang sila sa float, the previous data types. That default complex is 128. Assignments. There are assignment type of statement. Assignment: x equal y, x plus y, x minus equal y, x times y, x divide equal y, x divide equal y. Kaning mga sign gitawag ni sila ay operator. Gitawag ni sila operator. Every assignment sign they have a description. Sa x equal y, tawag nila assign. Sa x plus equal y, add in assign. X minus equal y, subtract in assign. X multiply equal y, multiply in assign. X divide equal, divide in assign quotient. X divide equal y, divide in assign modules. Zoom in assignment expression list of expression list. Each and every expression as a addressable a map index or for equal assignment only. Mani iyang package man example katong ipanggamit tong mga assignment mga called operator. Package main, import fmt function main. Import fmt means sa fmt is format. Function main variable x equal y equal 1525. X equal y format print ln is means next line. Open close open parenthesis quotation x quotation may mean equal then x close parenthesis x equal 15 x plus y format and print ln x plus 4. This is a example of assignment. Then sayang equal is means output equal 25 plus 40 minus equal 25 times equal 50 plus divide equal 4 percentage equal 15. Muna yung output dani sa gihatag na mga kuan code sa package min money. Muna sa assignment example. Then the next is expression. With the exception of the specific built-in function and method calls, in receive operation can appear statement context. Such statement by maybe parenthesis expression statement equal expression. The following built are not permitted in statement context: happen cap complex, image lane make new real unsafe, align up unsafe, offset up unsafe, size up, x open parenthesis x plus y close, if that close, open close parenthesis, this done divide ch, open close c, this done ch, lane foo. This means illegal if lane built-in function. Basic control structure. Nasa dyan tulo ka statement, for statement, if statement, and switch statement. As opposed to other language that have multiple looping construct, for and while in Python for example, Go only support one built-in looping construct which is for statement. This for keyword is used to repeat a sequence of statement until a condition is met. It will be an infinite loop otherwise. Kanang magbalik-balik na siya kung wala siya makita ng false sa statement. Meaning that the program finish running. A commonly used example to illustrate looping construct to print the number from 1 to 10 on the console. With that loop, we would have to write 10 times the same print function with different number printed each time. Kung wala pa yung loop, magsuwat pa ka ng i-print rin mo. For example, format print ln 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isuwat pa rin mo siya kung di ka mo gamit ng loop. Pero, thanks for the for loop. And na naman, we now have to write this print function only one such as seen in the following example. Ano yung example? I means initial, nag-initialize equal 1 for initialize less than equal 10. Tapos iyang paggamit sa loop sa sulod sa for loop sa iyang statement. FMT means format print, ln means next line, open close initialize, then I plus equal 10. Ang iyang output na automatic na magsunod-sunod 1 to 10. Di na magusa-usa, natibo na tanan. If statement. The second built-in control structure in Go is the if statement, which come together with the else if statement in the else statement. While for loop statement care about executing a block of code over and over again, while a condition remains true, the if statement cares about executing once a block of code the underlying condition is true. Agi nga na to, while for the loop statement cares executing block code over and over again, pabalik-balik ra si Ja hangtod while si Ja makitang false na gibutang sa statement. Atro si Ja muntang kung nanay na makita si Jang false. There are many things that have condition called check. We could check that variable is equal to specific value, that an element is contained in an array, possibilities in endless. Muna naging ito, aron mo undan na si Ja nanay makitaan. Example. Firstly, let's play with a toy example of a restaurant booking system. To illustrate the if statement, let's imagine that we are running a restaurant in which we can sit 60 customers inside. So far, 58 customers are inside. The new group is entering the room. Will the people have to sit in our restaurant? See, money gigamit sa code people, ln equal 58, new group equal 2. Means, nagibutang if people plus new group less than equal 60, din niyang gigamit na statement is format print welcome to our restaurant kung equal 60, less than equal 60. Then sa else, kung mo else sa damo, false na. If I'm sorry, we don't have enough seats for group, mo na mo gawas. Sa switch statement. Similarly to other language like JavaScript, Go allows the usage of switch statement. The switch statement is a alternative way of writing conditional statement. Alternative to the if, else statement. It can indeed happen that we must check a long sequence of conditional statement with a single associated operation to execute in case the condition resolved to true. Having to write multi-line statement numerous times can easily become tedious and hard to read. In the switch statement can be seen as more elegant alternative to it. Okay, muna mga example. Number equal to, if number less than 5, ang magawas is your number is smaller than 5. Then kung imong gibutang is less than number 10, your number is smaller than 10. Kung less than 20 imong gibutang, your number is smaller than 20. Pero kung pag-type nimo less than 2 na, wala na, false na siya, you choose a number high or equals to 20. Ano yung mga references? That's all. Thank you.